Welcome to the 2021 National High School Cheerleading Championship. In this webinar, we will cover everything that you as a coach need to know for the weekend, including more info regarding venue setups and protocols in place for the event. When you arrive, teams staying at both the All-Star Movies and Coronado Springs will check in at the front desks to receive your room keys. Please only send the main contact for your group's registration to the front desk to receive all room keys. You will then go to the varsity registration tent at your scheduled appointment time. At the All-Star, it will be in the Mighty Ducks 3 parking lot, and at Coronado Springs, you will go to Coronado L in the Convention Center. During your registration, you will receive your lanyards, dining cards, and your ticket cards. Registered school coaches will receive lanyards at registration. You must have these to enter the rehearsal areas during competition. This includes choreographers and all coaching staff. For those on the travel package, NHSCC buses for All-Star Movies will pick up at the Mighty Ducks 3 parking lot. NHSCC buses for Coronado Springs picks up in the Ranchos Village parking lot. You must have a blue name tag to get on the bus, and you must have your park hopper to get into Wide World of Sports. Please remember, quiet time is between 10 p.m. and 10 a.m. at the hotels. The only practice allowed at the resorts will be in pre-designated areas during pre-scheduled times. Please no decorating of rooms or using tape on painted surfaces. Our championship office at All-Star Movies is in room 3754, and at the Coronado, it is located at the North Registration Desk in the Convention Center. By now, you should have already made your theme park reservations. Please make sure you link your tickets even if you do not plan on visiting a theme park. You must link them in order to use them to enter ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex. At your scheduled registration time, you will receive your ticket cards. These will be blank cards that must be matched to the reservations you have already made. Step-by-step instructions will be provided for you, and we will also have Disney staff on site to assist. Once your cards are linked, be sure to take a picture of the back of your ticket in the case that you lose it. If you do have a lost ticket, you will need to see a Disney representative. All competition venues are located within ESPN Wide World of Sports. Any person on our travel package will be able to utilize our bus transportation to the competition venues each day. Please be sure to have your lanyard with you when you get to the bus. Buses run every 20 minutes, and we are limiting capacity on the buses, so please allow your team plenty of time to get to the venues each day. Teams who are commuting or friends and family not on the travel package will need to utilize their own transportation to the venue each day. Disney is not running buses from the hotels to the Wide World of Sports complex. Parking will be free at Wide World of Sports. We strongly recommend that you check the temperatures of yourself and your entire team as an extra layer of precaution prior to leaving your hotel to come to the complex. If anyone has a temperature of 100.4 or greater before you leave your hotel, they should stay at the hotel and not come to the complex. When you arrive, everyone will be temperature screened and teams will be asked a health questionnaire. If someone has a temperature of 100.4 or greater, the entire team and travel party will be asked to step to the side. The person with the temperature will then go to a cool down tent with fans where they will be given some time to cool down. If they pass the second temperature check, everyone can enter. If they do not pass the second screening, the entire team and travel party will not be allowed to enter the complex. If an athlete does not pass the temperature screening or health screening, they can get a COVID-19 test. If they have a negative result, they can then enter the complex. The Varsity Spirit Compliance team will work with coaches if anyone does not pass the temperature or health screening. Here is an aerial view of ESPN Wide World of Sports to help you navigate the flow of the complex and where each venue is located. Black dotted lines show the new perimeter of ESPN Wide World of Sports. All buses will drop off at the gold event transportation box located on the bottom right. The boxes labeled 1, 2, and 3 are the new entrances to Wide World of Sports. This is where we will scan tickets and do temperature checks. If this area gets backed up, we also have the area marked number 4 open for athletes only to enter, scan tickets, and do temperature checks. The merchandise tent will be to the right of the 1, 2, and 3 entrances. Once inside, you can follow the arrows to the different competition venues. The circle drive area and grass next to the globe will be a holding area where guests can socially distance. Depending on the event, there may be food trucks here as well. Minor changes could be made to this based on events prior to NHSCC to improve the flow of guests. Any changes will be communicated. This view gives you a better look at the location of the outdoor practice areas where teams will have their optional 20-minute warm-up time prior to their official warm-up. In this view, you can see the flow for athletes and spectators from outside of the HP Fieldhouse. For this venue, spectators will enter on the side of the fieldhouse between it and the baseball stadium and will exit out the main front entrance. Athletes competing in HP will go down the stairs to the far side of the building to enter. The entrance will be on the west upper patio, so teams entering warm-up will need to go up the stairs on the side of the building to get into the warm-up area. As a note, the practice fields will be on this side of the field house as well. Fans can greet competitors following their performance at the area marked by the yellow box on the far right. This is a look at how the HP Fieldhouse will be set up inside for competition. The bright red arrows indicate the second level and the light red arrows indicate the lower level of the fieldhouse for the teams. Teams will travel down the stairs after warm-up to the backstage area. Athletes will enter at the center of the competition floor and will exit stage left. The music station will be next to the judges' platform. Playback is marked by a small TV on the left side of the venue after they leave the performance floor. Teams will then walk back down the hallway to collect belongings and exit. Bags will be taken downstairs after warm-up and left in areas marked in the hall for easy pickup following the performance. Spectators will be seated behind the judges' platform for performances. Seats are spaced out accordingly and will be denoted by a green sticker. This view shows the flow of spectators and athletes from outside the Visa Athletic Center. The black dotted lines show the lanes created for flow in this area. The blue arrows are the spectator flow into the building. They will exit out of the bottom area following the performance. The pink arrow shows the athlete flow into Visa. Athletes will need to go through the middle lane to get to the warm-up area. Spectators can celebrate with their teams post-performance in the area marked by the yellow box. This is a look at how the Visa Athletic Center will be set up inside for competition. Spectators will sit in bleachers where seats are spaced out accordingly and will be denoted by a green sticker. Following the performance, they will exit out of the bottom level. Teams enter warm-up from the side of the building. Once through warm-up, teams will enter on stage left and exit stage right. Playback is marked by the small TV after they leave the performance floor. Teams will then collect belongings from the warm-up and exit. This is a look inside the East Arena and how it will be set up inside for competition. New this year, team entry and check-in will be on the east side of the arena. Spectators will line up on the east side of the arena under the grand staircase. Spectators will come in and stand on the main floor of the arena on designated dots along the floor to maintain social distancing. Following the performance, they will exit out. Spectators can celebrate with their teams post-performance in the area marked by the yellow star. Teams must wear masks except when on the rehearsal floor or competition floor. Coaches must safely secure masks when not worn and redistribute after the team comes off the floor. Teams may not do any organized entrances or exits. If you have any rituals, please do them prior to taking the floor. Elaborate or choreographed entrances will not be allowed and a penalty will be assessed. Teams may not use stuffed animals or any other markers for center, and coaches at no point should take the floor. All performance floors will be directly on the main floor. There will be no raised stages this year. Teams will receive 20 minutes of optional practice outside on the practice fields, followed by 10 minutes on the official warm-up floor. Both of these times are listed on the order of competition. All coaches go to the designated coaches box and must stay there during your team's performance. This year at NHSCC, all teams will have the opportunity to compete twice, once in semifinals and once in finals. 50% of the team's score from semis and 50% of the team's score from finals will be combined to determine the final overall ranking in each division. The semifinal order of competition was randomly drawn in our office. The finals order will be in the reverse order of competition from semifinals. Also new this year, we will be posting each ranking along with the scores on Varsity TV. We hope that this new change allows us to be more transparent with you. It is required that each team have a responsible adult at the music station that knows the routine and music. No alternates or team members allowed. This representative is responsible for pressing play. Should an adult choose not to stay at the music table for the duration of the routine and a malfunction occurs, teams may or may not be permitted to perform the routine again. All teams must provide their own device for use on the event-provided sound system. Music should be on a digital music player, iPod, iPhone, etc. CDs will no longer be allowed, and CD players will not be provided at the competition. Coaches will be able to test their music prior to their team taking the floor. Music for all teams needs to be from a preferred provider, and you will need to show proof at registration. All approved band music must have a letter granting permission from your school administrator or official. There is a challenge form you can complete if you would like to question another team's use of music. This must be done immediately following the team's performance. If you have questions regarding music, please visit varsity.com/music. Deductions will be taken off the total score and will be emailed approximately 15 minutes after you perform. Teams requesting a review need to do so immediately and must complete the digital UCA NHSCC AccuScore form. You will also be subject to any additional deductions if applicable. Official coaches will be the only ones allowed to request a review. We will not allow you to question another team's performance or scores. All legitimate inquiries will receive an email response. No concerns or comments will be done through text, social media, family, or friends. Each team will also be receiving a breakdown comparison of all teams for each category along with scores and comments. As a friendly reminder, safety judges will not be in the rehearsal area during the event. Please refer to the rules and regulations for all safety and deductions that could be assessed. If something is seen and ruled illegal on the competition floor, you will be penalized for that round. Each team will be receiving a deduction sheet approximately 15 minutes following your performance via email. Divisions featured in the ESPN telecast will be part in-person and part virtual. All awards will be streaming on Varsity TV for free for your teams to watch. There are 2 times listed on the awards schedule. First, prior to awards, we will announce the top 3 teams from that division in alphabetical order. Those teams and coaches will need to report back to the HP Fieldhouse to the warm-up doors 15 minutes prior to the scheduled awards time listed. Unfortunately, we cannot have spectators for awards. We will announce the results virtually for that division and then award the top 3 teams in person. These teams will be socially distanced on the main floor and required to wear masks. Placements that were announced virtually will be able to pick up their awards at the arena box office on the east side of the arena after their awards on Saturday, April 24th and Sunday, April 25th from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Monday, April 26th from 9 a.m. until noon. Only 2 people will be allowed to come pick up awards. The top 3 teams will receive their awards during the awards session. All other placements for teams will be picked up in the arena box office. Disney has limited space in the venue to 200 spectators per team performance, but we do not anticipate teams to come close to this capacity. For example, a team of 25 could bring 8 spectators per athlete. This is much higher than the average number of spectators per athlete annually. We are confident that all parents and coaches will be able to watch their athletes perform in person. Additionally, we cannot guarantee at this time that all sister teams will be permitted to watch. However, Disney is not limiting the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex capacity, just the number of individuals allowed into the venues for each team. During the registration process, spectators selected the teams they have athletes on so they can watch their performances. Space is limited in the venue by Disney to 200 spectators per team, and those capacity limits are subject to change. Again, we do not foresee the spectator capacity limit being an issue for parents to enter, but if for any reason there are more than 200 spectators for a team's performance, it will be up to the coach with help from their safety champion to prioritize parents and immediate family members first. Spectators are asked to line up at the assigned time on the order of competition. Finally, please no food or drinks in the venues. Please remember that sportsmanship should be a priority for you and your team during the event. Be sure to speak with your team and spectators to make sure they understand how winners are determined. We want your positivity to show throughout the championship, so please keep this in mind in how you react to each and every performance. When a coach is in discussion with an official, other coach, athlete, parent, or spectator, they must maintain proper professional conduct. Failing to do so may result in a 1-point deduction, removal of coach, or disqualification. As a reminder, official coaches will be the only ones allowed to request a review of their routine, and coaches will not be allowed to question any other team's performance or scores. Inquiries are limited to your team only. Other teams in your division will not be reviewed. No choreographers or parents will be allowed. There is a maximum of 2 coaches allowed per team, and any additional coaches will be asked to wait outside of the review area. Any concerns submitted after a division has been announced will not be reviewed. There are no exceptions. Friends and family can watch the live stream of the competition on Varsity TV on varsity.com with an annual or monthly subscription. Coverage includes all-day coverage at the HP Fieldhouse, Visa Athletic Center, and Arena East. We will also feature 2 venues from the NHSCC virtual competition. For all other viewers, routine videos will be available free of charge 7 days after the event has ended. We will once again be using band as our primary communication tool throughout the weekend. Be sure to join the coaches band to stay up to date with orders of competition and important information. You can use the QR code here to join. Also, be sure to check out updates all weekend by following us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We hope you have a safe trip to Orlando, and we can't wait to see your teams take the floor.